It was perhaps the best year of sports in recent memory. Today we begin our countdown with the best athletes of the past 12 months. Lots to choose from, Ryan.
Yeah, plenty of good performances in 2017. This wasn't easy. All these votes that we tallied throughout the last couple weeks here at SI, and it came down to a very tight vote down the stretch.
Coming in at number 5, we have Kevin Durant of the Golden State Warriors. In case you were slumbering for the entire year, he helped lead them to the championship. Though some people would argue for him to be higher on the list. He had a big shot in the finals to win it. Others would say, hey, you just accomplished exactly what everyone thought when you went to the 73-win Warriors.
Yeah, he went to the Warriors, was supposed to win. He did that, but his performance in the playoffs probably put him over the top. He averaged 28 points per game in the postseason, 55% shooting, which kind of elevated him to this status of one of the best athletes of 2017. Number 4, another kind of no-brainer here. That's Tom Brady, who helped lead the Patriots to that Super Bowl title, coming back from 28-3 deficit to beat the Falcons to win his 5th Super Bowl title at 39 years old. That's really what did it for me, Robin, to give him the votes. He's doing it at 39, approaching 40, winning Super Bowls. Another guy you could say, yeah, he's on the Patriots. Of course he's going to win Super Bowls. But what he's doing late in his career, the performance late in that game, that puts him in the top 5.
Yeah, there was nothing Tom Brady needed to do or needed to accomplish. His spot was already solidified, but it sort of just adds to the legend, because if you were rooting against the Patriots, and I was, they were down. It felt like they were out, but I guess you can't say that about this squad.
No, absolutely not, no.
At number 3, we've got somebody who did it in the collegiate ranks and then the pros. That was Shawn Watson. Of course, leading Clemson to the national title, is a first-round pick, and in 7 games gets 19 touchdowns before, unfortunately, going down with a knee injury.
Yeah, this is kind of the complete year look at Shawn Watson. He leads the Tigers to their first title since 1981, but he also carries it over very quickly. Surprisingly, I mean, he was the story of the first few weeks of the NFL season. The 19 touchdowns in 7 weeks before he blew out his knee. The first-round pick. Great start to his career. Great end to 2017 for him with the NFL performance, and a great start, obviously, in his bowl game championship.
Yeah, I mean, there were some questions as to where he would be drafted, and I always wondered, everyone was telling me that Alabama had this pro defense, and he basically single-handedly took them down, and then when he got to the pros, showed what he was made of.
He shredded a pro defense in the NFL as well. Number 2, Jose Altuve. Unbelievable. Led the Astros to his first World Series title in franchise history. The spark plug. This guy was the heart and soul of a Houston team that kind of captured America with everything that happened with the hurricane in Houston. He led the revival of the city, along, of course, with J.J. Watt. We're our sports persons of the year for Sports Illustrated. But Altuve was the heart and soul of that Astros World Series team, and he does it at, what, 5'7.5" if he's wearing big cleats. Amazing, amazing athlete, and an amazing contribution to a World Series winner.
He was definitely my favorite baseball player to watch this past year, and it really reminds you sometimes, we get caught up with the guys who can really hit the ball, and of course that's super important. I mean, the single best outcome of any at-bat is a home run, but Altuve impacts the game in a number of different ways. He's got power in the bat, he's got speed on the base pass, and you saw all that in display, both in winning the MVP and then going on to win the World Series.
Yeah, and seeing him jumping in front of the Houston dugout when his teammates were scoring runs, you knew just how much he meant to that Astros run that paid off for a World Series.
Finally, at number 1, we have Cristiano Ronaldo. For his placement at number 1 on our list, Cristiano Ronaldo is our adrenaline performer, presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Once again displaying his overall brilliance, Ronaldo has now scored at least 50 goals in a calendar year between club and country for a record 7th consecutive year. He did everything. I mean, the guy, I've argued for him over Messi the last several years, and people have laughed at me. Well, this year was sort of his coronation because of what he did not only for his club team, but his country team in World Cup qualifying as well.
Yeah, I mean, he wins La Liga title, wins the Champions League title, wins the Ballon d'Or award for breaking Messi's record
FIFA
for that
Player
award.
of the Year as well.
I mean, he did it all. And when it comes to the complete package of an athlete, it really, can you argue against Cristiano Ronaldo? Though the voting was close, he only got 2 more points in our voting ahead of Altuve. It shows how much people appreciated Altuve's year. But when it comes to athletes, yeah, Ronaldo's right at the top.
Maybe they could make a better bust for him now.
Yeah.
So let's recap the top athletes of the year. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo, followed by Jose Altuve, Shawn Watson, Tom Brady, and Kevin Durant.